Donald Trump reacts to DeepSeek's AI market sell-off. This is crazy, crazy, crazy stuff that's happening right now. And if y'all don't know what DeepSeek is China's version of AI. It's their main basis for AI. And they were able to produce it a lot cheaper than the United States AI, like Open AI and things like that. They can create it. They can process things a lot cheaper. And it really upset the U.S. markets, like in Nvidia, for instance. It was like a $600 billion uh, uh, loss that happened because of it. And the crazy thing is, um, Nancy Pelosi, it's like she had a heads up this was happening. It's really strange because just a couple of weeks ago she sold off a lot of her stock. She sold off her stock in Nvidia, which is very, very interesting. It's like she knew ahead of time this was going to happen. She's just very lucky. She performs way better than any than Nasdaq. She performs way better uh, than most major financial institutions. But I'm digressing a little bit off on that because I can do an entire separate story on that. Today we're going to be talking about this deep seek and how we're going to talk about what what Donald Trump has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news now. This comes from Newsweek. Um, and before I even get into their report, let's just play this clip here. This analysis says DeepSeek market disruption is just a knee-jerk reaction. But we'll see what he has to say about it. Here we go.
Leading shops in China, but it was clear that they were one of the leading shops in China, but it's a very small outfit that basically achieved some remarkable AI capabilities. Another thing that's remarkable about it is that they did so with very much less resources than some of the big tech firms. People thought
That's what I was alluding to. Like it's not as expensive. They don't use a lot more resources. They use a lot less resources than like Open AI and Microsoft uh version of the AI with the Copilot and stuff.
that it wouldn't really be possible to build such a good AI unless you're big tech.
This is the first time that it feels that there has really been sort of a disruption to the potential outlook for AI, or particularly those firms such as Nvidia, who's really benefited from the run up so far. We're seeing these big reactions, but I think this is a knee-jerk reaction. It's just a reflection of the surprise that we're seeing in the market.
I think we're in a place where there's a larger and larger range of tools for people to choose from, but DeepSeek seemingly definitely is now in the game.
And I agree with most of I agree with most of it. I don't think it's knee jerk though. I think they're gonna have to figure out a way to get costs down. I'm talking about Nvidia. I'm talking about Open AI. I'm talking about all these other AI entities, companies that use AI, I should say. They're gonna have to figure out how to get the costs down to compete against DeepSeek. But Newsweek reports that President Donald Trump has called Chinese startup DeepSeek AI breakthrough and a wake-up call for American industry while speaking to House Republicans at his Doral Resort in Miami. The remarks came as DeepSeek's cost-efficient AI development triggered a massive sell-off in the U.S. technology stocks. Um, so it said why it matters. The sell-off in U.S. tech stocks was immediate and severe, stemming from concerns that DeepSeek and thus China has caught up with American companies at the forefront of generative AI at a fraction of the cost, and that's why it's so important. Last year, Anthropic CEO Dario Amadi revealed training some AI models could cost up to $1 billion. Wow. DeepSeek reportedly built its LLM. It stands for language model, something language model. I forgot what the L stand for less than $6 million compared to OpenAI's estimated $100 million for Sam Altman's GPT-4. So what to know? The market impact was historic, and Nvidia's stock falling 17%, erasing nearly $700 billion in market capitalization, the largest one-day loss for any publicly listed company. $600 billion gone. Crazy, right? Broadcom also fell over 17%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq composite dropped 3.1%. This is a great. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but this is a great time to find some type of ETF, tech-heavy ETF, and purchase now since the prices are going down. But I digress. Microsoft and Alphabet lost more than 2.5% each. Meta stood out, rising 1.91%. That's because they're pulling back a lot of their AI stuff. Meta is. But the president made the comments during a speech at a retreat of House Republicans at his Doral Golf Resort in Miami, where he urged the House GOP, who came together to strategize on legislative issues, to remain united to advance his policy goals. Trump struck an unexpectedly positive tone about the technology. He said, quote, "I've been reading about China and some of the companies in China, one in particular coming up with a faster method of AI, a much less expensive method. And that's good because you don't have to spend as much money." I view that as a positive, as an asset. DeepSeek has surpassed ChatGPT to become the most downloaded app in the US, while simultaneously upending the narrative around AI development costs. I haven't I haven't even played with DeepSeek yet. I'm gonna download it myself, possibly on like an old phone or something. Y'all know I don't want China to have my information, so I'll probably just download it on an old phone or something, just to play with it and see what it's like. The sell-off particularly impacted tech leaders who had attended Trump's inauguration, including Nvidia's Jensen Huang, who lost an estimated $20.7 billion in stock value. Wow, that's just crazy. The president added that Chinese leaders also told him the United States had the most, quote, brilliant scientists in the world, adding, "We always have the ideas. We're always first." So I would say that's a positive, that could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less and you'll come up with hopefully the same solution. So let's just play that clip of him saying this here. Here we go.
Today and over the last couple of days, I've been reading about China and some of the companies in China, one in particular, coming up with a faster method of AI and much less expensive method. And that's good because you don't have to spend as much money. I view that as a positive, as an asset. So I really think if it's fact and if it's true, and nobody really knows if it is, but I view that as a positive because you'll be doing that too. So you won't be spending as much and you'll get the same result, hopefully. Yeah. The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries, that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that. They said, "You have the most brilliant scientists in the world," in Seattle and various places. But Silicon Valley, they said, there's nobody like those people. This is very...
So the market rout particularly affected tech leaders who maintain close ties with Trump. Tesla and ex-CEO Elon Musk, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, Amazon Jeff Bezos, and Alphabet's Sundar Pichai had all attended Trump's inauguration. Nvidia's Jensen Huang who also attended Trump's inauguration, lost an estimated 20.7 billion, like I said earlier. Meanwhile, OpenAI Sam Altman was also spotted at the Capitol Rotunda last week. These relationships highlight the complex dynamics between Silicon Valley leadership and the former president as the AI race intensifies. Um, so there you have it. So Trump also announced plans to reshape the tech manufacturing landscape. Um, he said in the very near future, we're going to be placing tariffs on foreign production of computer chips, semiconductors, and pharmaceuticals to return production of these essential goods to the United States of America. And I'm all for that. I think we should be having those things here so that we're not dependent on other countries, especially countries like China that's supposed to be our adversaries. Why would you want to depend on them for important things like that, especially medicine and computer chips? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.